Hey, good morning, everyone. After some internet problems, we're up and running again. So hope you're having a good day, that it's been a good week for you. We are continuing in the words of Jesus, and we're in Mark chapter 10. Yesterday, we had the story about James and John, who wanted to be at Jesus's right hand and left hand. And Jesus said, with the baptism that I have, you guys are going to struggle to have that same suffering that I've had. And so we're just going to continue on in that story, beginning in verse 41 of Mark 10. When the other 10 disciples heard about this, they became indignant with James and John. Jesus called them together and said, "You know that those who are regarded as rulers of the Gentiles lord it over them, and their high officials exercise authority over them. Not so with you. Instead, whoever wants to become great among you must be your servant, and whoever wants must be slave of all. For even the Son of Man did not come to be served, but to serve, and to give his life as a ransom for many." And so the point that we have from what Jesus is telling us is, James and John wanted to be first. They wanted to be up there in the best spot. But Jesus is telling us, if you want to be first, you need to be servant of all. You need to be a slave to others. You need to be last if you really want to be first. It's kind of like one of the things that I've always done, except for Pastor Appreciation, and I don't know that we'll do it in the same way anymore, but when it came time for the potluck for Pastor Appreciation, I always get to go first because I'm the pastor, but normally I'm one of the last ones to go. I just do that out of respect for the people. They've come, they're waiting in line, let them go. There's always, always, always plenty of food. We don't always like to humble ourselves. Again, there's a lot of stories of humility and humbleness and how we live our lives. And that's the call from Jesus in this passage. He's telling the disciples, whoever wants to become great must be a servant. People who are great don't think about being a servant. But when you think about a phrase that we have today in leadership called servant leadership, that really is true. We've run back to the words of Jesus. If I ask you to do something, if I'm asking you to clean something in the church, I better be able to do it too and willing to do it. And that's the call from Jesus today. Can you humble yourself? Can you be a servant to others? That's the way to greatness. That's going to show the world who you are. Lots of the world won't get it, but some will. And that does make a difference. Have a great weekend. God bless you. See you soon.